Hello, everybody. It's me, Mia Fran. I'm here with Chantal, and we want to discuss what went down today. In I don't want to make this a long video because this is like this has like made the whole day just like even more frustrating and like anger inducing. Like I So we woke up at 4 a.m. this morning to get to Anime Expo by like 5:15, which we did. And we waited in line like we're supposed to get let in and everything. And this is all for possible like autograph tickets for the Oh Baby Seiyu. So like we basically like did what we're supposed to. We get in line and everything. There's only 75 tickets, mind you, that we were barely told about yesterday, the day before the autograph session. They kind of just mentioned the number of tickets. So that I think that surprised everybody, the amount of tickets. 75, just 75, no more, no less. They say first come, first serve. So, we try to be we try to be the first people in line. But the first big mistake is they have the tickets at the Soulmare booth or the Obami booth, which is in like the exhibition hall where like, people are walking around and buying stuff, and like, you have the flow of traffic has to move because not only is this, still a con with COVID times, but it's a convention. Like, you can't have people crowding around in a certain spot in a hall like that because it's a fire hazard. Like, they can close it down because people don't move, or like people can pass out and stuff. It's kind of like when you go to a concert and you're in like a mosh pit or something and you have to like, call security to like pull you out, because if you're gonna pass out, like they have to take you out of there because it's a, those kinds of events are like really tightly packed, which is dangerous. So anyway, so we get inside. They let us in a little bit early to like up to where the escalators are at the convention center, and we're like right there. And then as soon as they let us in up the escalator, people are running. The staff is like screaming at people like, stop running, no running. We get to the Soulmare booth, and I thought I had a pretty good like spot to maybe get tickets, but it's before 10 o'clock and they're supposed to open at 10, and this was like 15-20 minutes before like 10 a.m. and like, so of course like the staff are for the booth are like, telling people like, we're not giving out tickets, you have to leave, like you can't just wait here. They have signs that say like no loitering, and nobody's listening, nobody's moving, people are just crowding the booth. Eventually what I just said is not a thing that's supposed to happens, and you get a big crowd of people causing a traffic jam. They're blocking the area, and you have volunteers for just the event itself, just Anime Expo, having to tell people you need to keep the traffic flow moving, because if you block off any way to move or go around or leave, like it's a fire hazard. If there's a fire, like people are going to get trapped between other people, or you can cause like a crush, like where people push up against each other. We kind of like felt that honestly at one point when they're pushing like everybody towards the booth, and this was like other attendees, because again, there's only 75 tickets, so like everybody wants to be one of the first 75, obviously, and that was a risk that we're willing to take. We wanted to try our best, but they kind of screwed everybody over. And so then nobody's moving, and so consequences come with these actions, and they're like, okay, well, we're not going to be giving out the tickets here anymore, and we're going to let you guys know of like a different spot where you have to get the tickets at a later time. However, the panel started at like, what was it, 1 o'clock? Something like 1 o'clock. And, you know, they're not giving us a time, and it's like, it's after 10 o'clock. You know, or it's getting towards 11. We're waiting and waiting and waiting. Finally, I go up to one of the girls, because they basically, like, opened the booth, technically, but, like, just so you could, like, you know, do what you're supposed to do at the booth, like, play the rhythm game and stuff that they have. But, like, I, like, straight up asked the girl, I'm like, so this, because the screen in their booth is blank now, it's black, like, it's turned off, and I'm like, so that screen is black now, does that mean the event's canceled? Like, are we not even gonna be able to, like, get the possibility to get meet and greet tickets? She's like, oh no, they're just rescheduling it, we're gonna, like, have it on the screen, and you can just, like, take a picture and, like, go once you see the location and time. And we're like, okay, when's that gonna happen? She's like, oh, like 11:30. It wasn't even 11:30 yet. Like, we come back around because we're just circling the booth, we see people leave, and that's because they tweeted it out on their Twitter instead of, like, you know, anywhere else. So people who have their notifications on check and see, oh, it's like right, it's at this other spot. So they immediately leave, and we're like, what the heck? We go follow, and eventually there's a big line outside the ticketing booth, which is where it should have been in the first place if they wanted to do a ticketing line. Or they could have done a raffle, or, you know, so that way it's random and it's more fair, because then, you know, just random people win the tickets, and, you know, then you give out those 75 tickets and that's who gets it. And, you know, no one's going to complain about that because it's randomized. You know, you get what you get. Anyway, so obviously where we were in line, it was very highly unlikely that we were going to get tickets, but we still waited anyway. And a lot of people did too. And then, like, eventually it's getting close to the panel, like, starting, and the line moves for 2 seconds. And then we just hear, like, it's sold out. They're all sold out. It's already sold out. 75 tickets are gone. After 2 seconds. And then it gets to a point where it's like, you're making us choose whether we wait in line for the panel, because it's going to start soon, and, you know, it's a room they don't clear, so that means people who are already in the room don't have to leave. So, like, you know, there's less and less seats every time there's a new panel that starts. But also, like, you're making people choose between waiting in line for that and getting a seat in that room at all, and, you know, risking getting a 75, one of the 75 tickets. And so luckily we were able to make it to the panel at least. And actually we thought we were going to get cut off, but we were, like, some of the last people that got to get in the room. So we at least got to see the panel, but, like, what people got trampled. I saw a girl crying, sobbing because the tickets were sold out. And it was really bad. And people were cutting in line, apparently, and that's okay, because I'm sure some of the people that cut in line were able to get tickets. So I hope if you were one of the people that cut in line and were able to get your autograph and stuff, I hope it was totally worth it that, you know, you were able to get it because you cut in line. And I'm sure, you know, you're not one of the people that, you know, follow the rules and try to be there at an early time, just in general. If honestly, if they had kept it at the ticketing booth in the first place and we had gotten there at 5 a.m, we totally would have been able to get tickets. For sure. But I don't know. We're getting in-game rewards in the to compensate for what happened. It's like their apology, which I appreciate an apology, but I would like an actual apology, not just yeah, exactly, not just in-game rewards. You know, if they didn't want to do a lottery, or if they didn't want to do ticketed thing, I don't know, maybe work with the convention or something and ask, like, hey, would we be able to just book 2 hours after that in the same room or in a different place, and you know, after 2 hours that's it, or you know, I don't know. But you know, people were able to like stop them in the just around the con and take pictures, so that's cool. We didn't. We were very close a couple times, but clearly the world does not want us to. I don't know. Just very disappointed with how it was handled. Just the lack of communication all around, not just for this, but like for other things with Anime Expo. Like, I don't know what happened. I don't know if it's because they haven't done the con for 2 years because of COVID, but y'all's communication is very poor in terms of communicating with staff and booth people and all that shit. Like, I don't know, but it was really disappointing, and you know, I'm just very disappointed in the people that were not listening, who almost pretty much, like, I'm pretty sure if someone had gotten really injured or something during like that initial like influx of people there, oh, I'm sure they just would have shut it down for sure, because people aren't listening. Like, I get that a lot of people, like, you know, I've spent money to come here. Chantal spent money to come here. You know, a lot of us have spent money to come here, like, you know, even from out of the country and stuff. But I feel like we have to be more mindful and understand that this kind of behavior shouldn't be tolerated. You know, not listening. Like, honestly, I feel like one of the things that they should have said, like, just kept telling people is, if you don't move, we're like, we're not gonna give you tickets. But I mean, they moved the ticketing anyway, so it doesn't really matter, I guess. But pretty disappointed. We're not the only ones disappointed. We had friends were telling, like, just their secondhand hearing of it. They're angry for us and everybody else who got screwed over. So I don't think it's one person's fault. It's like, it's multiple reasons and multiple decisions that were made. So we gotta do better, guys. This could have resulted in like serious injury to people. Like, that's not good. And just the lack of disrespect from certain people, of like cutting in line and all that stuff. Like, you know, these kinds of events shouldn't tolerate that kind of thing. And apparently some people who are at the front that were seeing people cut in line are telling the event staff, and they do nothing about it. But they also didn't know what the hell was going on, because nobody communicates very well. So I don't know. If they get another opportunity to come to Anime Expo in the future, I'll definitely come back just to see him again and maybe try to, you know, stop him and ask for a picture. But like, in terms of an autograph session, y'all need to plan way, way better, because this game has over 7 million downloads. How did you not expect there to be a huge group of people that want to meet the VAs that you're bringing for the first time? Like, 75 tickets that's not gonna cut it. And I know that there's some things going on with, like, you know, how many tickets I guess each event or whatever can have, like their own kind of like ticketed thing. But like, if that was the case, then just don't have that for the first time. Like, sorry, you know. Or have them autograph stuff and only certain people get like a fully autographed thing, or I don't know. make it easier for people to attain an autograph without having to trample each other. And, you know, make it hard for other people to enjoy it. But yeah, pretty salty about that. I said this wasn't going to be a long video, and it's already over 15 minutes. I'm literally just going to post this to YouTube without editing or anything like that. I don't have time to do that. But yeah, that's the situation. As of right now, I don't know what the in-game compensation is going to be, so don't ask me. I have no idea as of this recording. I just know that they announced that at the panel. Other good things about the panel, they showed the first episode of season 2 of the anime, and it's really good. Very funny, very cute. There's some surprises at the end, so I think people will enjoy that. And they did a live reading of the original anime special where they're planning a family trip, which was pretty cool. And they asked some interesting questions, even though some of them I don't think were questions. So again, people are not following directions. But I'm not going to get into that because I don't want to hurt people's feelings and I don't want people to get mad. But, you know, if you were there, you know what I'm talking about. But it was very cool to see the VAs in person. And, you know, if you got to get a picture with them, y'all are very lucky. So glad you guys were able to experience that if you did. So yeah, just gotta plan these things better. And yeah, I don't know, Chantal, any other words? We're disappointed and sad. But we'll see you guys next time. Probably make a haul video for YouTube. I know it's been a long time since I posted to YouTube. And I'll make one for TikTok as well. But we'll see you guys later. I'll be back home soon to show y'all what I got eventually. So have fun, stay safe. See you in the next video. Bye.